Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Fantastics podcast. My name is Renz, always making sense with every sentence. You know the scores, but we are here to bring you the consequences. I have in the studio with me my regular co host, Sabubu Elkun. Bubu, how's it going?
Well, the Premiership came back after the international break, and we have three talking points.
Yeah.
United losing again to City, Chelsea playing a draw with Brentford, which was a London derby, and Aston Villa cannot just buy a win this season.
Well, we'll get into that. But before we go into what we have for you today, we have an esteemed guest in the building, an ebullient representative of the London Blue Boys, Gaza. Welcome to Fantastics.
It's nice to be here. Good day, everyone.
Yes, good day, everyone. Gaza, thank you for coming. I know you have been a big supporter of the show so far. We are thrilled to have you on set. Like Sabubu said, primarily the talking points we have to look into for today are includes a club that you call your your own.
Yeah.
So tell us, how how is the season so far with Chelsea? And specifically, a lot of people have said that Maresca gambled with the fixture against Brentford. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, so I would like to start with the fact that I do not think this season has started very badly for us. 2 wins and 2 draws, 8 points.
Still
Not bad.
unbeaten.
Still unbeaten. Well, we're not in the business of doing unbeaten. It's, it's an inconsequential appellate to carry when you don't have anything to show for it.
True.
So for me, I think a lot of people think the match between Brentford, I knew it was not going to be easy. It's a London derby for once. And then you must also take cognizance of the fact that Chelsea is playing Bayern on
In
Wednesday.
midweek. Yeah.
And we do not want to make the mistake the Super Eagles made.
Which
So
is
you must start accumulating your points early. You must
True.
start early doing well in a competition like the Champions League. We saw what happened last season.
yeah.
That a lot of big clubs
Clubs.
had to struggle to even make the
The
second round.
playoffs. Yeah.
You
They had
understand?
to go through
So,
the playoffs.
I think the match with Brentford, not a bad result. You understand?
Okay.
We have a team that's about one of the youngest in the league, and a lot of our players are just coming together. You understand? The time we could have used to blend and get these players
In sync.
understanding each
Yeah.
other, we're busy with the Club World Cup.
Mm.
So I think it's not a bad start. It's not the start we would have expected, but it's not a bad start. 8 points out of 12. Let's see how it goes from there.
Well, Sabubu, we have always discussed about Chelsea, looking at how proficient they are at creating chances, but we have also highlighted their flaws in the back line. Chelsea are kind of frail defensively, and that was on show at Brentford, where they were hit on the counter attack and they conceded a goal from a long throw, which they could not deal with in the box. Do you feel it was an error on the part of Maresca and the board not to getting a top quality defender? We were discussing on deadline day how Chelsea were linked with the Italian guy Bastoni at Inter Milan, and how Guehi is a player Chelsea should have pursued to give them leadership and a commanding presence in the back. Do you think that will come back to haunt them during the course of the season?
Um, Chelsea's problem in defense started with that injury before the season started.
To Colwill.
Yes, it threw everything off the board.
Balance, yeah.
One thing about getting a top quality player is there's always this discussion in the pipeline that would have been taking place over time. If Chelsea had even indicated they wanted Maguire in January or February, he would have come to Chelsea. Instead of that fiasco that went through the Liverpool thing.
Yeah.
You understand? And you want to buy a player, you don't just jump up and say you want that player. Look at every club that bought this season. They've been talking to these players 6 months prior to when it came in. They should have bought Bastoni. 60 million is not too big for a player like that. He's a full-fledged Italian international. He would have brought a lot to the Chelsea squad. Tosin is not as bad as the way people think he is. But as it stands, he is like the main man in that defense. So he has to live up to that expectation. Now, what can help him in that Chelsea squad is Caicedo trying to drop deep to help him. Because Enzo is good on his own ahead. He can do wonders there. But Caicedo will have to now play double
Much deeper.
what he's doing.
Talking about Caicedo's position, during the fixture with Brentford, the lineup and the formation was kind of an enigma to both the opposition and to the fans. Caicedo was deployed as a pseudo right back, inverting into midfield, thereby not providing too much protection in the midfield and for the defense as expected. This spirit of Ranieri that is falling upon Maresca, do you think is going to be an issue? I mean, if you have a formation, why don't you stick to it? We are going to come to people that don't like changing, but changing too much, don't you think it could also be a problem?
I think it's one of the challenges I have with Maresca. He over experiments.
True.
And sometimes you ask yourself to what intent and purpose. He likes. I don't understand what his obsession with inverting is. Because really and truly, you have players that are competent to play their role. Why play them out of position? You really want to ask yourself, why are you trying to say, you know what, let me keep trying the system such that in the day that it comes upon me that I don't have a choice, I'll know that this person can play this role. But I do not think Maresca is. I think there's, every manager has their own way of doing things.
Yeah.
And once someone is set in their ways, it's not always easy to get them. You understand, changing their. So I think it's something he does all the time. I hope we won't see him one day playing Sanchez as 9 because he does a lot of experimentation, and this was what cost us last season. Remember that December poor run?
Yes.
He just played some players out of
position.
Out of position, and when you hit a bad patch sometimes, they say when he train his pause. You understand?
It's difficult
it's
to
a slippery
come
slope.
Yeah, misfortune never comes in game.
Yeah.
To just start coming back to back to back. So I think it's something that himself and his backroom staff and those that are close to him should really look at. So, guy, you know what? Let's stick with this, and then if we know we're in a very in a bad position, we can always say, you know what? Let's deploy your
I actually I am inclined to believe now that the best managers always have an element of eccentricism to them, madness. They did their head they touch sometimes. They just change when they don't need to change. They tinker when they don't need to tinker, and sometimes it can cost them points. So, but talking about managers that tinker or don't want to tinker, let's go to Manchester United versus Manchester City. Amorim came to us and told us there will be tears, there will be suffering. We all agreed. I mean, it's not bad if you suffer for 3 months, 6 months, you suffer, next season, things improve. But they went into a derby with a Manchester City who also had questions being asked of their team, before the international break and all. And they received a proper, lecture on how to be a Mancunian heavyweight. What's going on at Manchester United? We will all speculate, but from the outside in, Sabubu, do you think Amorim has lost it? It's scratch head.
Right now, United have 3 players that if they slot into Chelsea, City, Liverpool and Arsenal, they will destroy teams in the Premiership. That's Sesko, Mbeumo and Cunha. But I don't know if the guy is drunk or is on cheap drugs, because his selection almost all the time is not helping matters. You did not take care of your defense during the transfer window. You allowed it pass. You felt the goalkeeper was your problem. I tell people that you can have a terrible keeper, but a fantastic defense will hide who that keeper is.
Yes.
We saw that in Barcelona when Valdez was there. He was not as good as we thought he was. It was when he now came to Middlesbrough, we're seeing
my God,
all the
my God,
I don't know how to we call it beautiful nonsense. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
United need to sit down and ask themselves, what is our plan for this season? Are we going to pursue a European place? Are we going to pursue a mid-table, or we are going to
Finish.
fight relegation? Because
Mm.
as it is, this is relegation form we are seeing. You allowed City stream roll past you. A City that could not even break Spurs at home. The first shot came in the 60th minute or 70th minute, and I was wondering. And the third goal was you were trying to come back into a game that you had slow defenders. And people were saying, it's an offside. Whereby people failed to realize that you can't be offside in your own half.
Yes.
That was why that goal stood yesterday. And if they continue to play like this, they will so beat them. I think the next match is against Chelsea, I mean.
Yes.
Oh, God.
So, Gaza, you were just talking about Maresca'S tendencies to tinker, but a defiant Ruben Amorim after that match came out to say if Manchester United's management
Want to
wants
fire him.
change, that's if they are not okay with his methods, because he is not going to change his methods. He said, if I'm not going to change my methods, so if the board wants a change, they have to change the man. My question is he trying to get fired, or are we supposed to trust a process that we are not seeing any workings of or any signs of improvement so far?
I do not think Amorim is the problem with United.
Wow.
This is a new one. Please tell me.
I do not think Amorim is the problem with United. If you have a bad vehicle that the engine is bad and the tires are bad, if you bring Michael Schumacher or Verstappen to drive that bus or whatever, it won't still give you anything. Come on, look at the United team we're talking about in the last 5 years. So who has United not messed up? So Erik ten Hag was the problem. So what was his name?
Mourinho.
Mourinho was the problem. Louis van Gaal was the problem.
Ole Gunnar
Rangnick
Solskjaer.
was the problem. Ole was the problem. What's his name? Van Nistelrooy was the problem. It's an institutional problem United is going through. That's why you see players leave United and then they go elsewhere and they excel. Look at Anthony. Garnacho came to Chelsea and hit the ground running. I won't blame him for the second goal. His work is not to defend. He's a short guy. You understand? So players leave United. Højlund is performing in Italy.
He scored last weekend.
Højlund. McTominay won a trophy in Italy.
He was voted the best player in
MVP.
Italy.
And then talk
The whole
about
Serie A.
Onana, that was a problem. Onana had an impressive debut.
At
In
Town
Turkey.
Boston.
Yes.
So what are we talking about? So the problem of United is
Is
beyond,
United.
if you like, bring who's the best manager in the world right now?
Yeah, you could say Luis Enrique.
Or Boro Pep.
Or Arne Slot.
Yeah.
Or bring a consortium of managers. Bring Mourinho, Pep, Slot, and Enrique, Ancelotti, and put them together to manage that United team. They will still suffer. Because it's a fundamental problem. You don't paper the cracks.
It's true.
You just be wasting your time.
Okay, I have a concern, or I have a question though, because now when we say it is an institutional problem, we are laying the buck at the foot of the club. But the club so far has always backed his managers. Every manager comes in and says, okay, this is my own system. I think this player is going to fit in. And the club stumps up the money. They sign them. Everybody is getting their players. Mason Mount, Eric said, okay, these guys, these are the people that I feel will get the job done. And they have spent tons of money. Now, how is it that the club is to blame? Because if the club is giving the manager all the manager needs to succeed, or could it be that the club are just not getting the right people to, then they are not helping the wrong people? Because that's a question. If you back your manager, you expect results. Look at Arteta, for instance. He has gotten, the trophies might not be there, but Arsenal are on an upward trajectory. They have shown consistently every season, even though they have consistently come second, but they have shown consistently that they can compete at the top. So what's with Manchester United? You have a coach.
Okay, I'll answer your question. So you said the management has always backed the manager, give them money and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just throw money at problems.
Mm.
You don't just throw
That's
money at
deep.
problems. You don't just throw money at problems. You have to be consistent. You have to be patient. Why was Mourinho sacked? Why was Mourinho sacked? Mourinho won them 2 trophies, right?
Finished second to
Where-
Treble for that matter.
Where was United when they sacked Eric Ten Hag? Impatience.
They were not even bottom of the.
No.
They were in the top 10. Funny enough.
Yes. You understand?
And now they have decided to back the horse that is taking
They are
them
15th now.
taking them towards
You
relegation.
have got to give the guy time. Not just money. Time. He's building a team. Fine. You know what? The problem is, for clubs like United, they are used to success
Yes.
over
Yeah.
time.
And they can't wait
But you
that
can't
long.
have a quick fix. That is the truth. You can have a quick fix. You got to be patient. If it means going on relegation and then coming back,
Sir,
I beg, don't they hear? They go vex for you.
Please, please.
they can. But the truth is the truth.
Manchester United fans go down, they find us for streets. They say, who be that person? When talk say
Who is
we
that
can
guy?
go for relegation. Sabubu, who is that person you brought to podcast? guys, I think I agree with you. There's no quick fix for issues like this. The fear though is that you back the wrong person for too long. And that's what an example is at Chelsea, you know, with Graham Potter. Potter was clueless, but like you said, you can't always get managers in and you don't allow them to transition from, you know, that place of struggle where the club has been into something else. So my advice for now Manchester United fans, as Ganza don't talk, even in a relegation, go. Who go relegation go always come back. Even if you don't come back, you can dominate
Championship.
at all. A trophy is if you win championship now, is that not a trophy? Look at Chelsea now. They went to Conference League to set record. So you can also, you understand? But please, I didn't say anything. Guys, just suffer. There's light at the end of the tunnel. And even if they don't move the light where the end of the tunnel, where they be, we go manage them. Yeah, also during the weekend, you know, like Gaza said, Man United, you know, outcasts were dropping performances left and right. Although they had reason to celebrate Garnacho. They say at least at all, this was no shame us. Although Gaza says he does not blame him for the goal. No, so no problem. For Manchester United fans, Mona try, just give Amorim time. At least till after Chelsea play on. You understand? But you know the funny part? Maresca'S too would go and show his own. Anyways, across other leagues in Europe, Bayern Munich had a very impressive performance. 5-0, Hurricane amongst the goals. Barca also...
They went AWire.
Barca also put down an impressive performance just ahead of the Champions League. And then...
Atletico finally won.
Atletico finally got a win, 2-0. Teams might just be clicking for Simeone, but you can never trust that man. Next week now, if you go, you understand. And then also, we saw teams like... we also saw Madrid. Mbappe was impressive, but Madrid wasn't.
Yeah.
And, you know, the question still, they are picking up points, but the question remains, how long is it going to last? It's the same conversation we were having off camera about Arne Slot and Liverpool. They picked up another result again, but we do not know how long they can keep surviving, riding their luck in the league. It's a very dangerous game to play, but I don't know. Well, like we said, the big teams, they just get the job done, even if it doesn't look pretty.
Sure.
Yeah, so let's see how that goes. The league is still in the early days. Gaza was trying to tell us 4 games about Chelsea. Also other teams, it's just 4 games into the season. So Man United fans, don't panic yet. You can still win the league. Believe me. Believe Amorim. You can still, yes, 4 games. People have come back from worse positions.
Funny enough, the only team that has lost their first 2 matches in the Premiership era in 4 or 5 and still went on to win the league was United.
So, you see, history is on your side. All right, gentlemen and ladies, let's go for a quick break. When we come back, we are going to be looking at the Champions League and the fixtures that are ahead of us. This is still Fantactics, brought to you by Trend Stack. Omo, like, subscribe, follow, and share. More, and better coming back. Don't go anywhere.
The Champions League is back. Remember, this is season 2 of the Swiss format. And this format was brought up because some big teams in Europe wanted to break away to the Super League, saying the Champions League was becoming very monotonous.
And uncompetitive.
Yes.
Now them nearly no qualify.
They are the ones complaining now because you cannot escape playing 3 or 4 big teams. The Champions League starts on Tuesday with one match like that in Bilbao between Arsenal and Athletic Bilbao. So whatever they play in that match is left to them.
Well, Arsenal are looking to win the Champions League this season. Please, let's be guided. I will not take that from you. Why will you say anything they play in Bilbao? No, at the San Mams, Mames, whatever it is, Arsenal are going for 3 points. Thank you very much.
Then we have some key fixtures for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Juventus are going to play Borussia Dortmund, which is a creme de la creme European clash. Real Madrid will play Marseille. These are 2 former European champions. Spurs will play Villarreal. It is a battle of the trenches.
Yeah.
Then on Wednesday, we have Ajax versus Inter Milan. That is 2 teams that love to attack a lot.
Yeah.
Then the star match on Wednesday is Bayern Munich versus Chelsea, where Chelsea won their second Champions League at Allianz Arena in 2012 or 2013. Yeah. Then we have 2 very tough games where we're going to see defense against attack. Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid. Then we have Paris Saint-Germain versus Atlanta. Now let me start with you, Renz. For the Tuesday fixtures, what do you see in that Juventus versus Borussia Dortmund?
I see goals.
Okay.
I see goals. I mean, Juve are coming off a weekend where they were on fire in front of goal. And Dortmund are also doing well. They have a striker in Guirassy who is on fire and who knows how to find the back of the net. So I expect goals.
What about
over 2 to 3 goals?
What about Real Madrid versus Marseille?
Well, I can tell you that this is going to be Madrid's toughest test yet because they are coming up against a manager that knows his onions and they have signed
what's his name against
Roberto De Zerbi
of Brighton.
Former Brighton, yeah. So they are going to get a stern test. I'm going to say, just for pedigree, I'll go with a Madrid win or draw.
Okay.
Win or draw. But like I said, it's going to be a really stern test for them.
Okay. Ganza, both of us are going to analyze 4 matches.
Okay.
I'll start with Ajax and Inter. What the Inter Milan of this season is not the Inter Milan we know.
We used to know.
They are not. I feel they are not firing on all cylinders yet. Ajax are normal Ajax, the Dutch superpowers. But the match is in Amsterdam. So what do you think will come out of that match?
I see Juve.
Inter.
Okay, Inter. Sorry, I see Inter. Inter winning that match. Yeah.
Is it comfortably or
comfortably? Experience, maturity. You understand? Ajax has always been known to be like. They are not the Ajax we used to know. Yes,
an exciting feeder team.
And yes, and these days they are a feeder team. They're selling team, so they bring they blood these young guys from the academy and the rest of them.
So you understand? They go bloody the young ones.
They are more like using the Champions League to exhibit. God bless you.
Okay.
To market, yes.
So another match that really concerns you is a match that both teams have to start well this season. Like you said, that last season the big teams took the Swiss format for a joke. And then they had to win last.
They had to scramble for qualification. Yeah.
Bayern Munich will take on Chelsea. Now, this is a match that we know that we want to see the best of Maresca. This is not FIFA World Club. This is the actual tournament where everybody is putting their lives on the line. What do you see in that match?
It's going to be a tough match.
Okay.
It's going to be a tough match, and I expect both teams to score. There will be goals.
Okay.
There will be goals. Bayern playing in front of their fans, they have a hedge.
Okay.
But you know Chelsea, whenever they have their back to the walls, is when
They come out
they come
blazing.
out gun blazing. So uh, it's either a win for Chelsea or a draw.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I like that prediction.
You get mind. So where Nicolas Jackson, if he has anything to say about that,
I know you were talking about
Nico Jackson is actually looking forward to reuniting with Maresca. But just to show and say, you pursue me, I will deal with you.
the Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid.
That's another fantastic feature.
Yes.
Simeone can be erratic.
True.
Yes. And this other guy, Anslot, is a man that you know that is very strategic in his thinking. He's not interested in how he gets the results.
Yeah.
All he wants is
Is
the
the
results
result,
at the
yes.
end of the day.
It's something that looks about him.
It's one person that's erratic against that other person that is pragmatic. So I think Liverpool will beat them
Same here.
convincingly.
Then
I wouldn't doubt that, because when it comes to Atletico Madrid, I kind of feel like of late they don't show up for the big games, unfortunately.
you
So
get it. Then the last one for Wednesday for you is PSG versus Atlanta.
PSG Atlanta, that's under sumptuous
If I may ask,
fiction, if I can use that word.
What's up with Ademola Lookman?
So, initial discussions or initial rumors, the feedback we are getting is that he might miss that fixture.
Yeah.
And we all know with the sale of Retegui, Ademola is still one of the primary attacking outlets for Atalanta. So we don't know yet. It's more of like maybe they are managing his fitness, or I don't know if the club is still yet to absolve him of his desire to join their rivals. But whatever it is, having a player like Ademola Lookman, who is a weapon in attack, and not utilizing it, is to your own peril. That's all I can say.
I agree totally.
So are you looking at the PSG winning this match?
I agree totally. Yes, I think PSG will carry the day. And I think
Will Atlanta score?
Atlanta will score.
I-
Atlanta will score.
I
But
beg to disagree. I don't think Atlanta can get a goal against PSG.
Atlanta will get a goal, you see. Atlanta will get a goal. The thing is, if you look at Italian teams playing against a team like PSG, they will always struggle. Because PSG play with flair. They play with flair, they come at you, and you know Italian teams like to absorb.
Yeah, you
Pressure,
tell
yeah.
that
So
counter-attack.
Yeah, counter-attacking.
once you break them, we saw it in the Champions League final. Once you break them, that is it.
Ivan Juric,
Then
may they not break
let's
it.
go for Thursday fixtures. Renz, I'm coming for you. We're going to talk about two key matches. Man City versus Napoli at for the Champions League. The stadium will be called Manchester, the City of Manchester Stadium.
Yes.
Then at Timeside, Newcastle, Barcelona.
I think this is going to be a stern test for Guardiola and for Conte. Conte has always been a manager that flatters to deceive in the Champions League.
Yeah.
He has made some smart signings this season, so you'll be expecting them to be on an upward trajectory. Man City are also struggling. So I see a very open fixture. Kevin De Bruyne will be reuniting with his former teammates.
Yes.
McTominay will be coming up against a team he knows how to score against. So I expect goals. I expect Napoli at least to get a goal in that fixture. So I will back Man City to win, but both teams to score.
What about Newcastle, Barcelona?
Newcastle, Barcelona. Barcelona are in for a shocker, because when you go to St. James's Park, the atmosphere, especially on European nights, is one
It's like
that is
Anfield.
unmatched.
It's like Anfield.
Ask PSG, they go tell you. Ask most of the teams,
Ask Milan.
they go tell you. So Barcelona are a team that press high, and Newcastle have shown in times past that they have the energy to match you. So they will be pressing. So who will be depressing after the match? We are yet to find out. I see goals though. I see goals.
Okay, then for the weekend, we have a Merseyside derby at Anfield. Liverpool versus Everton. Quick one from both of you. What are you expecting in that match? Are we seeing that David Moyes is doing something that he has not done in a very, very long time? Because for the first time in a while, Everton started well.
Yeah.
Apart from that first match, they lost to Leeds via a penalty. So what do you think in that Merseyside derby? It's long time kick off on Saturday.
Liverpool put them to the sword.
Just
You, you, no chance.
no chance.
I think that match is looking more like a draw for me. Liverpool they have not clicked yet. And so far so good. Everton are looking more like themselves. They have a new maverick in town in Jack Grealish. They have some exciting players. They can trouble Liverpool. But at Anfield, I don't think they have enough to get over the line and get 3 points. But they can keep Liverpool at bay.
Then, do you think Brighton will pick up another win against Tottenham Hotspur? Because Brighton are playing at home. I think they are ready for the big occasions. Most times, something I've come to understand about
It's going to
them.
be a very tough match.
Okay.
But I see Brighton upsetting them.
I see Brighton collecting. That's all I can say. Now you have a team that's been improved by one of the best young playmakers in Europe.
Okay.
They have a very solid defense. They have a manager that knows his onions. They have a striker, or they have strikers that are getting business done in this early period of the season. Forget about it. Maybe Brighton just come out, collect.
Then the semi-late kickoff, because after that match, there's a match at night. Manchester United versus Chelsea at Old Trafford. You both are Chelsea fans, and I need you both to analyze that match in the way you see it, based on the 4 matches that have taken place, and what you see after this match for both managers and the team itself. Remember, United are not playing midweek, so in the football balance, they are fresher.
They are well rested.
Yeah.
I'm going to play the devil's advocate.
Okay.
So Ganza, how about you tell us what you expect from that fixture?
I think it's going to be a mental game.
Okay.
The person with the superior mentality will win here, and I think Maresca'S has a hedge. United are in a very bad place right now, so a lot of people exploit them.
Sure.
You understand? Regardless of the fact that they're not playing midweek, Chelsea has a very deep squad too. Really, Chelsea did not play Estevio this past weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Chelsea has a very deep squad, and United are just mentally in a dark place, fragile. Yeah. So I think Chelsea will prevail at Old Trafford.
Now, the devil's advocate enters the picture. Maresca has been unconvincing against the top teams in England. Take that to the bank. Manchester United put up their most impressive performance in recent history against a top Arsenal side on the opening day of the season. So I expect that Manchester United are going to give Chelsea one heck of a match.
Chelsea is not playing one of the top teams in England.
No. I don't. Ganza, stop it. Stop it, sir. Stop it.
We're not playing Arsenal. We're not playing Newcastle. We're not playing City. We're not playing Liverpool.
I'm sorry, I can't argue with that word. That very point. I was saying one of the top teams. I'm sorry, I can't argue with that. I rest my case.
But yeah, see, Chelsea and United is normally a very, very tough fixture.
Yeah.
Irrespective of whatever they are fighting for.
Yeah, whatever form.
It's like a derby. It's like I call it the English derby.
English derby, yeah.
You understand? And United is a dangerous team when those 3 boys are running at you.
What 3 boys?
That's Cunha.
Cunha is injured. Is he not?
Cunha is a fitness doubt, but he's likely to come
back. He might likely come back. He might be fit for that match. And those guys, the only thing about that team is once you can starve those 3 guys off the ball.
Because they have a disjointed midfield.
Chelsea only needs to be consistent with its first 11. I can excuse the fact that this past weekend the coach tinkered with the team because he was looking at the Champions League fixture ahead of him. But if Chelsea starts its regular play Gusto, play Cucurella, Fofana, Tosin, what's his name? Caicedo, Enzo. You have
Pedro,
Palma.
And Pedro.
and Pedro,
And Pedro.
and then Estavo.
Yeah.
Come on,
So
Okay.
you're looking at a Chelsea win in that match.
United is toast.
Wow.
Well, let's see how those goes.
The late kickoff on Sunday is Arsenal versus City at the Emirates.
Another banger.
It's
Another
gonna be a tough
banger.
match.
Well, like we said, I think at this point in time, Manchester City will wish they didn't have to experience Arsenal. This is a team that has lost key players in the early point of the season, and they are still looking unflustered. I mean, make una buy Andre better beer for that matter, because what he did in the transfer market this season is give Arsenal two-factor authentication. So if Saka go injury, Saka from Temu, or sorry, not from Temu, from Alibaba or from Amazon, because now better market with that. So Saka from Amazon, aka Noni, go pull up. So I think they are going to get over Man City. Yeah.
You see, there's something that's consistent with the Arsenal factor
Yeah.
that I like to highlight a lot of time to people. I think it's the fact that once Arsenal dazzles in one or two matches, people get carried
Carry
away.
the weight.
The only big team Arsenal has played this season is Liverpool, and they lost. The only team that you can say are solid Arsenal has played this season
And Liverpool.
is Liverpool.
And they lost.
Their first match, they played United. If United could have a good outing against Arsenal, that says a lot. As poor as United is, if they could have a good outing against Arsenal, says a lot. Who did Arsenal play next?
They played Leeds and
They played Leeds.
Played
Who
Leeds.
came for a promotion, right?
and Forest.
Yes.
And Forest. Forest is not.
Forest are in the forest.
So, but I'll give them the credit, the fact that Arteta has always
Known how to get
done
results.
well
Against-
against Guardiola. Yeah.
Well, I don't how will I put it? Gaza, you don't excuse any opportunity to press right hand neck. Because I see the way you added it just for metadata. Arsenal, the only top team Arsenal has played is Liverpool, and they lost. Arsenal, you guys have to prove Gaza wrong in this fixture.
Okay.
I'm backing you to win Man City.
Before we go, let's talk about continental Europe. We have the first Rome derby this season. Lazio versus
AS Roma.
AS Roma. And AS Roma lost over the weekend for no reason to Torino, which made a lot of investors. They just vex. What is wrong with Gasparini? What does it mean? Does it that he cannot beat Torino? Ask them, go and play the ball if it's easy. So what do you think in that match?
Well, Lazio are also looking pretty
Lazio are the home team designate. It's
Yeah.
the same stadium they play in.
So it's going to be a close one, but I expect goals. I kind of lean towards Lazio getting the win. I lean towards
Same here.
Lazio.
Funny enough, same here.
Because Gasperini is one manager that he excites, but he's also sometimes vulnerable at the back.
Then Ganza, Inter are playing their Achilles heel, Sao Solo, on Saturday. Inter needs to start picking up points, or else Napoli will leave them and forget that race will be gone by
Over
December.
before you realize it. Well, let's see how it goes. It's going to be a tough fixture.
Okay.
Right, so, like you mentioned, they're hacking hills, so it's left for them to do the needful. But
It's close. It's too close.
it's too close, yes, to call.
I think Inter should get the job done. So most times, especially when a team is struggling, the teams they normally struggle to beat, they beat them more easily than when they're on top form.
Sure.
Because you can't really figure them out that time. So I'll still back Inter with a win or draw, just to be safe.
Then two matches we're going to talk about briefly in less than 1 minute. The top teams are playing each other in France and in Holland. PSG is playing Marseille, the derby of France. Then PSV is playing Ajax.
We didn't talk about another Achilles heel fixture, Barca versus Getafe. Hey, Barcelona, no problem.
We have three key fixtures. Barcelona will take on Getafe. PSG is playing Marseille. Then Ajax will play PSV.
Anytime you mention Barcelona, always remember Real Madrid. Real Madrid are also playing Espanyol.
Wow.
Those are Achilles heel fixtures for both of them.
Okay.
Madrid are still not there yet, so you cannot tell.
Okay.
So investors, I will advise you to avoid Madrid. But if you don't want to avoid, I would back a low scoring game.
Or Madrid win or draw.
Yes. And then for Barcelona Getafe, I'll go with a Barca win or draw. Why? Because I kind of feel like Barcelona are becoming, more complete. They have evolved. They have taken it up a notch this season.
Okay.
So I think they might finally be able to overcome that hoodoo with a Getafe side. PSG versus Marseille. I back PSG. I mean, France is too small for that team. France is too small. The Zerbi might give us some excitement. It might be a 5-2, 5-3, but PSG will get the result. I think I missed one fixture. Which is that?
That's for Gaza. PSV versus Ajax.
For which league?
Dutch league.
Dutch
Dutch
league.
league.
I think Ajax will prevail. I think Ajax.
PSV is
Are
playing
you
home.
are you sure?
I think Ajax.
PSV is playing at home.
Okay.
Ajax will
And
prevail.
PSV are the champions, if I'm
Yes.
correct.
Yes. Well, that's Ajax never still see their period finish. Honestly, the hangover from last season is still somewhere in the background.
Okay.
But you at home, you would expect them to do their support proud. So I will just be conservative and say both teams to score.
Well, I sense that too. Because they don't defend the way they do it in Spain, Italy, and England.
Yeah.
But as it stands, investors, the only thing I'm going to tell you is that invest wisely. Because you might just feel the season is starting. So once one game goes by, you just keep putting money, and before you know what's happening, you are broke.
I want to tell you the season is a sprint. No, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
So just like Gaza was saying that it's just 4 matches as you dey invest, that just 4 matches don't play.
Oh, sorry, it's an error. It's Ajax versus Breda and Exclusio versus PSV.
See, can you imagine? Both teams to Sabubu, take your time. We go there analyze waiting no loss. So, guys, thank you so much for sticking with us. Gaza, thank you for joining us in the studio.
You're welcome,
Your analysis was very insightful, and we appreciate you for coming. We hope you will join us again in the studio some other time to press Arsenal, Manchester, and other necks where applicable. Sabubu Elkun, a word for the Fantasticos.
Well, thank you, Gaza, for coming. It's been months in work.
in the
He's
making.
a very busy man, and we appreciate him for coming.
Yeah.
Thank Renz for, irrespective of he's not feeling too well, but he had to be in the studio. And for me, we thank you for your continuous support, the followership. Let me use that. I won't say followership, the subscribership, and the comments that you've been putting up and telling us what we are doing well and what we're not doing well. But trust us, we'll keep doing our best, and we'll see you next week.